Welcome to the first devlog of 2025 for a Silent Desolation. In this new update, we'll dive into the changes, improvements, and exciting additions that have been made since our initial devblog a few months ago. For those who are new here, a Silent Desolation is a third-person survival game developed by a single creator. In this game, you step into the shoes of a lone survivor who has crash-landed on a mysterious, post-apocalyptic Earth. Your mission? Restore an old space shuttle launch base, which will serve as your headquarters. To succeed, you'll need to manage and upgrade the base's modules, repairing essential systems, unlocking new functionalities, and optimizing its operations to support your survival and progression. Today, we're going to discuss the incredible progress made over the past few months. Over the past few months, significant work has begun to rework the environment, aiming to make the city feel more immersive and less empty, while creating a truly unique atmosphere for the game. This started with the addition of an old and mysterious fungus that now spreads across parts of buildings and areas of the city, bringing an eerie sense of decay. Later, vegetation was introduced to enhance the visuals and emphasize the strange ambience, creating a striking contrast with the brutalist architecture of the original city. The lighting has also been completely reworked and improved, tying everything together and further enriching the atmosphere. Along with the environmental upgrades, the dynamic weather system has also been improved. In the past, it was completely random, which sometimes led to unrealistic patterns, like endless rain. Now, the system combines pre-designed scenarios with a bit of randomness, creating a better balance. This way, weather changes feel more natural and varied while still keeping things dynamic and unpredictable. The creatures that emerge in the streets during the rain and darkness have been completely redesigned, both in their look and how they behave. Previously, they would reveal themselves automatically as you move through the area. Now, they stay hidden and only become visible when you turn on your flashlight and shine it in their direction, meaning you'll need to actively search for them with your light. The flashlight consumes energy, so you'll need to be mindful of how you use it. Acid Rain has been updated with new visuals to make it more immersive. It now dissolves tree foliage and damages player-built structures like bridges. You can see the degradation happen in real time, making it easy to track how much damage your equipment or structures have taken. The rain isn't just dangerous to objects, it's deadly to the player too. Staying exposed for too long will result in death, so finding shelter in a building or crafting an outpost is key to survival. Solar storms are now one of the threats in the game. These rare events can cause random damage to electrical equipment left outdoors. They also release a powerful burst of radiation during the eruption, making it extremely dangerous to stay outside. Exposure is almost instantly fatal. To help you prepare, players receive a solar storm alert 1 to 2 minutes before it hits, giving you just enough time to take cover. When placing equipment, it no longer just pops into existence out of nowhere. Instead, a new materialization effect has been added, making it feel much more immersive and visually satisfying. The outpost has been completely redesigned from the ground up, both in its appearance and how it works. When you first enter, it's a completely empty space, giving you full freedom to craft and place equipment wherever you like. Whether it's a practical setup or something more creative, it's entirely up to you, allowing the outpost to truly reflect your style and needs. The world of Silent Desolation is hostile in many ways, and this time it's with the introduction of a new anomaly involving unstable objects floating in the air. These objects can be spotted if you pay attention to their unstable appearance, which makes them stand out. But be careful, sometimes they can drop on you as you pass underneath. Anomalies can appear anywhere, and sometimes they're completely invisible. If your detector starts beeping and you can't spot the anomaly, it means it's hidden. To reveal it, you'll need to craft and throw special rocks. When these rocks collide with the anomaly, it becomes visible, giving you a chance to avoid or deal with it. The placement system for power pylons has been redesigned to make it more intuitive. Previously, it was hard to tell if a pylon could be placed, especially when you were too far from the one you wanted to connect to. Now, the pylons themselves clearly indicate placement status by highlighting in red when placement isn't possible. This visual feedback makes it much easier to understand and ensures smoother, more efficient construction. A messaging system has been developed allowing the player to receive transmissions from the outside world. Since the character is stranded and completely alone on the planet, these messages are their only connection to what's happening beyond. This adds a sense of isolation while still keeping a thread of communication with the outside. Thank you all for your amazing support. Silent Desolation has already hit 40,000 wishlists on Steam, and it's all thanks to you. If you haven't wishlisted the game yet, now's your chance. It's a simple way to support the project and make a huge difference. Don't forget to join the official Discord to stay updated and connect with the community. Series will dive into the development process, share updates, and give you a behind-the-scenes look at how this post-apocalyptic world is being brought to life. For those who are new here, a Silent Desolation is a third-person survival game created by just one person. In this game, you step into the shoes of a lone survivor who has crash-landed on a desolate Earth. Your mission? To reactivate an old space shuttle launch base and navigate through a world that's fallen into ruin. Today we're going to talk about the amazing progress that's been made over the last few months. So, let's get started. One of the biggest changes recently is the complete rework of the lighting and overall environment. The lighting mood has shifted from a constant overcast to a dramatic sunset, which really enhances the post-apocalyptic atmosphere. Additionally, the environment and textures have been tweaked to look more degraded, adding to the desolate feel. These changes make the game world feel much more immersive and visually striking. One of the major systems implemented in the game is the dynamic weather. It's designed to add challenge and variety to your gameplay. You'll need to be mindful of the cold, acid rain, and atmospheric gas levels that consume more oxygen. Crafting and placing the right equipment will be crucial. The dynamic weather system combines predefined and random cycles, so snow might turn into acid rain in the next cycle. This allows for control over the weather patterns while ensuring everything feels fresh and unpredictable. And of course, it's all persistent. If you exit the game and come back later, the weather will be exactly as you left it. The entities have been completely revamped since the first video. Their design is now much more unique. The detection system has also been changed. Now simply being close will start to reveal some of the entities, moving away from the flashlight-based system that could be frustrating. If an entity detects you, you're dead. Also, don't forget these creatures only appear when the acid rain is present, but they can also be hidden inside buildings. Another threat in the game is radiation, which is generally easy to detect. Rocks float above irradiated areas, providing a visual cue to the extent of radiation. If a player is exposed too long, they will die. This mechanic will be developed further in future updates. In this post-apocalyptic world, rain isn't just a challenge, it's a deadly threat. Getting caught in the rain will damage your character, making finding shelter a top priority. But the dangers don't stop there. Rain can also ruin any equipment left out in the open. That's why it's crucial to choose high-quality materials when crafting your gear, ensuring it can withstand the harsh conditions and last longer. So always keep an eye on the weather and protect yourself and your equipment from the relentless rain. Another way to protect yourself from the harsh weather is by constructing outposts. These outposts are resource-intensive but offer significant benefits. They provide a safe place for the player to sleep, grow crops, collect water, and craft equipment. You can place them anywhere there's enough space, making them a versatile and essential part of your survival strategy. In the game, while walking will be your primary means of navigating the world, it won't be your only option. You'll also have the ability to craft a rover. Building this rover will be a considerable investment, requiring a significant amount of resources and fuel to operate. However, this investment will pay off by making your travels across the game's expansive landscape much easier and more efficient. In the game, you get to set up your own electrical network. This lets you power up buildings, turning on lights, and enabling the use of doors and various systems. It's also essential for running any equipment that depends on electricity and for supplying power to your outposts. Building and managing this electrical network is a key part of your survival. Temporal anomalies are at the initial design phase. They will be scattered across the map and will vary in size. Some will be moving, others static. Here's a sneak peek at their design. Mining in the game has been enhanced. The visual effects have undergone a complete overhaul for a more realistic and immersive experience. Although these improvements are a significant advancement, there is still work to be done on this feature. In addition to the winter biome, which is the game's starting area, players will have the opportunity to explore other regions on Earth. These include a volcanic zone and a desert area. Currently, these additional areas are in the conceptual stage and are not the main priority. One of the most important locations in the game is the launch base, which will serve as your headquarters deep underground. Here, you will be able to craft your equipment, respawn, cultivate food, and keep track of the components needed to reactivate the Space Shuttle launch base from the control room. In addition to surviving and exploring on Earth, players will venture to unique locations like the Moon, Mars, and Callisto. These exotic destinations are accessed through hidden teleporters that you will discover during your exploration. That's it for this devlog. Thank you for following the progress of the project. If you'd like to support the project, please add the game to your wish list on Steam and follow the game on social media.